And the big news that has emerged today, the Supreme Court has cancelled 122 licenses for mobile networks issued during A. Raja's tenure as Telecom Minister, and has asked the telecom regulator to make fresh recommendations on allotment of the licenses through auction within the next 4 months. Let's take you through all those big developments that have clearly shaken the telecom sector.
Minutes after the Supreme Court order, the media crowding one of the key movers behind the 2G case. The order was far-reaching for the government, for India Inc., for ordinary people.
Key points in today's judgments are: now, trial court will decide whether Home Minister P. Chidambaram's role in the 2G scam will have to be probed by the CBI or not. Secondly, on cancellation of licenses, 4 months' time has been given for auctioning. Thirdly, now CBI will send its status reports to the Central Vigilance Commission, who will study and examine and submit to the Supreme Court.
On Chidambaram and Raja, the court said that Raja was bound to involve the Finance Ministry on pricing, but Raja was conscious that the Finance Secretary objected to the 2001 rates being used in 2007. So he didn't consult either the then Finance Minister Chidambaram or his officials. The court demolished the first-come, first-served policy followed by Raja, which the rest of the government was unable to stop. The order says the principle of first-come, first-serve is fundamentally flawed and it has inherently dangerous implications. Any person who has access to the corridors of power is likely to be awarded. Indicting Raja, the court says it's clear that Raja wanted to favour some companies at the cost of the public exchequer.
The Supreme Court, I believe, has found that it was discriminatory per se. If that be the case, then of course the policy was initiated by the NDA government.
But the order clarifies that though Raja followed existing policy, the licenses existing before his time won't be cancelled, as that was not part of the petition and their legality was not under question. Now the question is, since those were also on the first-come, first-served basis, today held to be fundamentally flawed, will they face cancellation too? With Neha Khanna and Arunachalam Vaidyanathan in Delhi, Anusya Mathur for NDTV.
So how does this verdict impact you, the consumer? We've been inundated with a number of questions since the verdict was out on how it really impacts you. Let's in fact try and bring in some questions.
I'm a Bharti Airtel subscriber. I just want to know how's the Supreme Court verdict going to affect me.
What facilities you will be giving to the consumers if your license is cancelled, and what sort of support mechanism is there for them?
Well, let's go across straight to our guest to try and answer some of those questions. Consumers really worried. Does it impact all of us? Does it impact just about every cellular subscriber, or is it just a small fraction of the entire industry? Let me start by asking Mahesh Uppal this question. Consumers are worried. They're saying, are all licenses being cancelled? 122, the number sounds really huge. But who are the people who are actually impacted?
Well, the only people who are impacted are the users or consumers of services provided by 5 or 6 companies whose licenses have been cancelled. And these are largely the new operators. Right. In fact, they're all the new operators since 2008. So these include companies like Videocon, these Uninor, it includes Estel, etc., etc. So those are the people who should be worried to some extent. One hopes that in the next 4 months, the TRAI can come up with some proposal which allows them to migrate. But as of now, those provisions are not in place. So one could expect them to need to get another connection.
NDTV's cricket app. Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.